a buyout with the Phoenix Mercury. Here it says, breaking, two-time WNBA champion DeWanna Bonner and the Mercury have reached a contract buyout, the team announced. Phoenix GM Nick Urin said the team worked out a buyout agreement that gives her the opportunity to chase a title in what could be her final postseason. Y'all been saying this could be her final season last year when she was with the Indiana Fever. How long is she going to get to run with this might be my final season thing? This better be the final.
The WNBA continues facing criticism for how it handles player departures, with DeWanna Bonner now at the center of controversy again. Critics argue she's essentially walking away from a contract situation for the second time, this time with Phoenix, mirroring how her exit from the Indiana Fever played out previously. The frustration centers on players being allowed to leave a team mid-season, only to reportedly resurface on a championship contender shortly after.
Season at this point. All these old heads need to get up out of here. They the ones causing a lot of the issues around the league anyway. But my thing is, how is this acceptable? She just did this last season. Take a look at this post. We're going to get into. Pardon me. Take a look at this post right here. Boom. This DeWanna Bonner buyout doesn't seem to make sense to me at all. If this is going to become the norm, the WNBA is going to start looking comical.
According to reporting from Yahoo Sports, Bonner and the Phoenix Mercury have agreed to a contract buyout. Team General Manager Nick Urin confirmed the arrangement, stating it gives Bonner the chance to pursue a title in what could be her final postseason run. This echoes similar language used last season when she was with Indiana, raising questions about how many final season narratives can be used before it starts losing credibility.
There's no way a player should be able to leave a non-playoff team and immediately join a playoff contender. Imagine if every player started taking this approach. Dominique Malanger, our fam, see, can y'all get a buyout with the Seattle Storm? And that's just the real. That's just the real, man. Like, you literally have players quitting right before the playoffs and stuff like that. When they realize their team is eliminated or they can't win, they're trying to go join the Aces. Now they're trying to go join the Liberty. Now they're trying to...
Critics argue the larger issue is precedent. Allowing a player to leave a non-playoff team and immediately sign with a contender undermines competitive integrity. If this becomes a regular pattern, the concern is that any player on an eliminated team could simply request a buyout and join a title favorite instead, which critics say makes the league look unserious. The comparison was drawn to a hypothetical where any player on the Seattle Storm, for example, could pursue the same route.
Go join the Lynx. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. This is the only league where this nonsense is happening left and right. DeWanna Bonner getting to quit is ridiculous. Skylar Diggins already quit on the Chicago Sky. As soon as she found out she was getting benched, all of a sudden she's saying her knee hurt and she ain't played ever since. She ain't played since she found out she was getting benched. I don't think that's ironic. I don't think that's a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. And
This isn't viewed as an isolated case either. Skylar Diggins' situation with the Chicago Sky was also brought up, with critics questioning the timing of her injury announcement shortly after being moved out of the starting lineup. She hasn't played since, which some view as suspicious rather than coincidental, especially while continuing to receive pay during that absence.
She's still getting paid. She's literally getting paid because, like, to sit on the bench in street clothes and say she's hurt because she don't want to come off the bench. Like, what are we doing here? This is supposed to be a professional league, and y'all do everything but move like a professional league. Take a look at this. Here it says, DeWanna Bonner has been an important part of our team and brought tremendous leadership, experience, and competitiveness to the Mercury. Because of the...
Phoenix's official statement described Bonner as an important part of the team, praising her leadership, experience, and competitiveness, and framing the buyout as a mutual decision tied to giving her a shot at a title in what may be her final run. Critics pushed back on the framing, questioning whether other veteran players facing similar late career situations might pursue the same path, and expressing broader skepticism about how seriously the league is being taken given this pattern.
Relationship we have with DeWanna, we worked out a buyout agreement that gives her the opportunity to chase a title in what could be her final season. DeWanna will always be a part of the Mercury family, and we wish her all the best. This is, I mean, so what is Alyssa Thomas about to quit too? Is Alyssa Thomas about to quit and try to go to the damn Aces or like what's going on? Is Alyssa Thomas about to quit and try to go to the Valkyries? Yeah, is this the type of moves we pulling now? Like this league.
In her own statement, Bonner expressed gratitude for her time in Phoenix, calling the fan base among the best in the league and reflecting positively on her overall experience with the organization. Critics pointed out that her most recent stint in Phoenix was relatively short, and drew attention to the fact that her departure from Indiana last season was never fully explained publicly by the coaching staff, which some feel was intentionally downplayed rather than addressed directly.
League, man, bro, like, that's what I'm saying. And y'all claim y'all want to be taken serious. Y'all claim y'all want to be taken serious. This is what DeWanna the Scammer Bonner had to say. Being able to return to Phoenix and play in front of the best fans in the WNBA these past 2 seasons has been an incredible experience. You ain't even played there a full 2 seasons. You quit. You are forgetting the fact that you quit and scammed the Indiana Fever after they agreed on a contract with you and you was getting all this money.
The core frustration repeated throughout is less about the individual player and more about the system allowing it. Specifically, the idea that a player can effectively choose their next destination rather than accept a trade, as was reportedly the case last year, when Bonner expressed she'd only accept moves to specific teams like Atlanta or Phoenix, rather than allowing the front office to make a standard trade decision. One panelist offered a more measured take, comparing the situation to how modern athletes sometimes leverage new opportunities in other sports, acknowledging that outside observers don't always know the personal or organizational circumstances behind these decisions.
And Stephanie White never gave the real reason on what happened, why you didn't return, nothing. It's like they try to sweep that under the rug and bury it and hide it. Like, nah. No. She said, at this stage of my career, I don't know what the future holds, but I'm grateful to the Mercury for giving me opportunity to play in what could be one of my final postseason opportunities. The fans, this community, and the Mercury organization have embraced me throughout my career.
Still, he acknowledged optics matter, noting it looks like a pattern of chasing championship opportunities late in a career, which he described as a tough look regardless of the underlying reasons, especially given Bonner already has championship success on her resume. Another voice fully agreed with that sentiment, reinforcing that this pattern feels like players prioritizing title opportunities over contractual commitment, and argued the league needs to address it directly rather than let situations like Diggins go unaddressed.
Yes. Now, when I first clicked on this here, I thought it was fake. I really did. I thought it was fake. I didn't think it was real. And it is very, very, very much real, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It is very, very real. And this is so damn funny, bro. Wait till y'all see this, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's pull it up right now.
The overall argument closes with a call for more accountability and professionalism from the league office if it wants to be taken seriously by fans and media alike. The Phoenix Mercury and 6-time All-Star DeWanna Bonner have reached an agreement to buy out her contract, the team announced.
We're going to touch every story in this video here. It stated, women's group just hit the WNBA with the Title IX petition demanding proof that DiJonai Carrington is a biological female. The fight for women's sports just went federal. Wow. The WNBA has received a formal petition from a women's group demanding proof under Title IX that Chicago Sky player DiJonai Carrington.
Once she clears waivers, Bonner becomes an unrestricted free agent, free to sign with any team, including a playoff contender, as she enters the final stretch of her 17th WNBA season. General Manager Nick Uraran said in a team statement that the arrangement reflects the relationship between Bonner and the organization, giving her a chance to pursue a championship in what could be her final postseason.
This group demanding proof under Title IX that Chicago Sky player DiJonai Carrington is a biological female. The Sky is interviewed with girls sports in our schools. The petition reads, if any other players are in violation of federal status, they're in violation of the law. So that means they could go to jail. Let's just say, now I'm not trying to say that it is dudes, trans dudes in the league. and they pretending to be girls. We ain't need, but if they're
He credited her with bringing strong leadership and competitive presence during her time with the team, adding that she will remain part of the Mercury organization going forward. Bonner's agent indicated there were no underlying issues with the Mercury that led to the buyout request.
trans dudes in the league and they pretending to be girls, we ain't need, but if there is, can they be jailed? Get down in the comments section. Can somebody go to jail for this? Because if it's against the law, you go to jail for breaking the law. Instead, Currington's attorney claimed any medical records are privileged under HIPAA and that the organization should be ashamed of itself for even suggesting such a thing. The group behind the petition, the Citizen United National Trust Society, has already filed an injunction with the federal magistrate. The gloves are.
The move comes as Phoenix sits at 13-24 on the season, a record that has already eliminated the team from playoff contention. This year, Bonner appeared in 26 of the Mercury's 37 games as a starter, averaging 10.6 points, 6.1 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 1.2 steals per game.
Has already filed an injunction with the federal magistrate. The gloves are off and the law is now involved. Share this everywhere so the WNBA can't hide from Title IX. Somebody said it needs to be tested from every single player, no expectation. Privacy and medical confidentiality matter for everyone, even when sports policies are up for debate. Turning personal records into a public spectacle isn't the way to handle it. This is textbook outrage.
The 38-year-old forward has built one of the most decorated careers in NBA history. She entered this season with 2 championships, 2009 and 2014, both with Phoenix, 6 All-Star selections, 2 All-1BA honors, and 3 Sixth Woman of the Year awards.
Into a public spectacle isn't the way to handle it. This is textbook outrage bait designated to get maximum shares before anyone checks the facts. Notice how it pushes you react instead of it. Somebody said, go Trump administration. One going down next. Somebody else said, I remember that dude from the neighborhood. Damn. So what is this Red Lives Matter? This is Fox. Wow. This could possibly be a troll, but I think
earlier this year, she reached 8,000 career points, becoming only the 3rd player in league history to do so. She also ranks among the WNBA's all-time leaders in games played, rebounds, steals, and made three-pointers, and became the winningest player in league history by combined regular season and postseason victories.
This could possibly be a troll, but I think there might be some merit to this. Maybe, I don't know. It could be a troll, but it's funny as hell. It is funny as hell, bro. I can't even lie to you. Now we got to talk about Natasha Cloud. So Natasha Cloud has reacted online to the Ennis Cantus situation. Yes, we all know last night she tried to fight a man. This woman,
originally drafted 5th overall by Phoenix in 2009, Bonner spent her first decade with the Mercury before being dealt to the Connecticut Sun in a 2020 sign-in trade that brought Phoenix multiple first-round draft picks. She helped lead Connecticut to the 2019 WNBA Finals.
Situation. Yes, we all know last night she tried to fight a man. This woman did. Tried to fight a man on national television where kids is watching. Instead of Chicago Sky Guard, Natasha Howard on Threads following the incident with Ennis Cantus last night. To every trans/person, every trans kid/person, you are a part of my community and tribe. You belong. You're loved. You're seen. You're perfect as you are. You will always be protected. Wow.
She later played briefly for the Indiana Fever in 2025 before returning to Phoenix for a second stint. In her own statement, Bonner said playing in front of Mercury fans over the past 2 seasons had been a highlight of her career, and that she was grateful for the opportunity to compete in what could be one of her final postseason runs, while acknowledging uncertainty about what comes next professionally.